Max Verstappen does his community service, Steiner and Haas drama escalates again, and the FIA update next season's regs with Flexi-Wings in mind. Do consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Today, we dive into the ongoing saga between Günther Steiner and Gene Haas, as Steiner takes another shot at his former team owner and his apparent lack of ambition in Formula One. Günther Steiner has had quite the journey in Formula One. After being at the helm of the Haas F1 team since it entered the grid in 2016, he transitioned to media duties in 2024, passing the baton to Ayao Komatsu. During his tenure, Steiner laid the foundations for Haas's initial success, securing vital technical partnerships with renowned companies like Ferrari and Dallara. Fast forward to 2024, and Haas is making strides under Komatsu's leadership, climbing from the bottom of the standings to a commendable P7 in the Constructors' Championship. With 58 points on the board this season, a significant leap from the mere 12 they managed last year, the team appears to be on the right track. But will they maintain this momentum? Here's where things get murky. Steiner recently expressed skepticism about Gene Haas's commitment to pushing the team further up the ranking. While the team has made a solid recovery this season, Steiner questions whether Haas is truly dedicated to investing in the team's future. He pointed out that, despite improvements, Haas remains the smallest team in the paddock regarding both personnel and resources. In a sport that demands relentless growth and the desire to compete, he fears that being content with mediocrity could hinder progress. Steiner's concerns resonate deeply as he reflected on Haas's recent performance. "My feeling is that Mr. Haas is content to be in the second half of the standings and simply participate." This sentiment highlights a fundamental difference in perspective. While Steiner views competition as the heart of motorsports, Haas seems more focused on simply being part of the F1 circus. Steiner made it clear that he's not in the game just to participate. He believes in the spirit of competition and aims for continuous improvement. "I want to move forward," he stated, emphasizing his passion for being competitive rather than just attending races. It's evident that for Steiner, the drive to excel is an intrinsic part of his personality. Adding to the intrigue, Steiner reflected on his own journey with Haas. While he expresses contentment with what he accomplished during his time, he admits a twinge of regret about not leaving after the tumultuous 2022 season. Despite not deeming it a true regret, he suggested that, with hindsight, he might have chosen a different path if he had fully understood the team's future direction. To sum it up, the contrasting aspirations of Günther Steiner and Gene Haas create a fascinating narrative in Formula One's evolving landscape. As Haas navigates the complexities of the sport, one thing remains clear. For some, it's about more than just being a part of the show. It's about striving for greatness and leaving an indelible mark on the competition. The question still lingers. Will Haas embrace that competitive spirit, or is the ethos of participation enough for the team's future? As we look forward to the upcoming F1 2025 season, there's a lot of anticipation surrounding the driver lineup. Who's confirmed, and what are the contract statuses of each driver? These are questions every racing fan is asking as we prepare for more thrilling races. One notable team is Haas. After a successful year that saw them secure P7 in the Constructors' Championship, there's excitement and optimism in the air. Gene Haas didn't hold back in expressing his happiness, stating, "Congratulations on the very successful year for the team," despite his disappointment of finishing just shy of P6. Yet, it's not just about past achievements. The focus shifts to the future. The winds of change are blowing at Haas. Komatsu has reassured fans that they will finally operate at the budget cap level, which they've never achieved before in their history. This is a pivotal moment for the team, as being on the budget cap is essential for competitiveness in Formula One. "That's our target," Komatsu declared, emphasizing the importance of this new approach for the team's performance in the grid. Shifting gears, there's an ongoing conversation about some controversial figures in F1. Günther Steiner's bold statement regarding Ralf Schumacher, "I wanted his blood," certainly raised eyebrows. It highlights the fierce rivalries and competitive spirit that define the sport, as well as the personal stakes that team principals have in the success of their teams. While there are many narratives at play, fans are particularly invested in Lando Norris's journey. Will he ever find a better chance to compete against the reigning champion, Max Verstappen? Each race could present new opportunities, and the pressure is mounting for the young driver. In addition to Norris, there's been speculation surrounding Lewis Hamilton's retirement plans. Amidst it all, Red Bull faced a setback after the Colapinto incident, stirring conversations about team strategies and future prospects. Lastly, a quirky theory by Günther Steiner has emerged. Would Lance Stroll be capable of winning a championship if he were happy? These kinds of discussions remind us that F1 is not just about speed, it's also a psychological battleground. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the latest developments, races, and rumors within the ever-evolving world of Formula One. In the 2024 Formula One season, Red Bull is once again dominating the competition, with Max Verstappen at the forefront of this success. However, as Sergio Perez's performance dwindles, discussions about his potential exit from the team have intensified. Interestingly, the door seems to be permanently closed for Pierre Gasly to return to Red Bull, a decision that could be beneficial for him. According to former Caterham F1 driver Guido van der Garde, Gasly would face significant challenges if he were to become Verstappen's teammate again. He states that Gasly would be destroyed by Verstappen in a head-to-head scenario. After a brief stint with Red Bull's junior team Toro Rosso, Gasly was promoted to the main team in 2019, stepping in for Daniel Ricciardo. However, by the summer break of that season, he was moved back to the junior team, only to leave the Red Bull umbrella entirely for Alpine in 2023. As the F1 2024 season progresses, it is clear Perez may soon be departing from Red Bull, prompting speculation about who might take his place. Inexperienced driver Liam Lawson is currently the frontrunner, but could the team consider reaching out to Gasly? Despite the swirling rumors, van der Garde firmly believes Red Bull has no intention of bringing Gasly back. He underscores this notion, asserting, "They will never do that." Furthermore, van der Garde advises Gasly against considering a return to Red Bull as Verstappen's teammate. He firmly asserts this would likely be disastrous for Gasly's career. He's in a fantastic position now with Alpine, and he should stay there, he adds, emphasizing that the risk of reuniting with Verstappen is not worth it. As we look to the future, the F1 2025 grid is also coming into focus. Excitement is building as fans are eager to know which drivers will excel in the next season and what the lineup will look like. What is clear, however, is that the competition is continuing to heat up, and every decision will be critical for the teams moving forward. On that note, let's keep our eyes peeled on the developments within Red Bull and the wider F1 community as we gear up for an exhilarating season ahead. In the midst of the intense competition in Formula One, Red Bull Racing is evaluating their options for the 2025 season. A name that has surfaced is Yuki Tsunoda, who has consistently impressed during his tenure with the junior team. After experiencing the 2024 RB20 during the Abu Dhabi postseason test, Tsunoda expressed confidence in his fit with the vehicle. He noted the distinct difference in handling from previous cars he has driven, stating that the RB20 felt designed for his driving style. This is especially noteworthy, given the struggles that previous drivers like Gasly, Albon, and even Perez faced when adapting to Red Bull's machinery. Tsunoda, on the other hand, feels he has adapted well and enjoyed driving the car. Reflecting on the Abu Dhabi test, he mentioned how exhilarating it was to drive a different car after 4 years. "You can physically feel why the RB20 has been fighting for a championship this year," he stated enthusiastically. Tsunoda embraced the opportunity, feeling that it was crucial to gather as much information as possible during the test. His remarks about the supportive atmosphere within the team also bodes well for future collaborations. He emphasized how happy he felt with the day's productive sessions, feeling optimistic about his growth and learning curve within this competitive environment. In a separate but equally intriguing conversation, the potential for collaboration with Max Verstappen's teammate has been a hot topic. Liam Lawson shared his insights on the unique opportunity it presents, highlighting how working alongside Verstappen could significantly elevate a driver's profile and experience in the sport. And amid all the speculation, Zach Brown's comments about the future align with the adage that where there's smoke, there's usually fire. The F1 community loves a good rumor, and with such dynamic personalities at play, it's no wonder fans are eagerly discussing potential driver lineups. As we watch these developments unfold, it's clear that whether it's Tsunoda's rise or teammate dynamics with Verstappen, the excitement and unpredictability of F1 continue to captivate enthusiasts worldwide. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest updates and insights. In a stunning display of skill, McLaren's Oscar Piastri recently secured a remarkable victory at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. However, This triumph brought with it scrutiny regarding the innovative mini DRS rear wing developed by the McLaren team. The FIA has taken action by revising the language in the regulations for Formula One in 2025, explicitly banning the conditions that allowed for the use of this controversial rear wing. This change comes after what was termed an unforeseen flexing effect witnessed during the race, which raised eyebrows among competitors and fans alike. Following the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the design attracted significant attention due to TV footage that displayed the rear wing flexing on Piastri's MCL38 while he was leading the race against Ferrari's Charles Leclerc. This flexing suggested a potential mini DRS effect, with the wing slats appearing to open beyond permitted limits. Interestingly, despite this observation, the rear wing cleared all static load tests during scrutineering. However, after complaints and concerns raised by Red Bull and Ferrari regarding the wing's design, the FIA acted swiftly. They ensured that McLaren would need to revise their rear wing design moving forward. Acknowledging the situation, McLaren took proactive measures to make adjustments across their rear wing lineup for the remainder of the season. FIA's Nicolas Tombazis hinted that McLaren could have faced harsher penalties if they had not proactively modified their design. While the existing flexibility tests will remain unchanged for the 2025 season, the FIA is tightening the rules further to eliminate any ambiguous areas that might allow for unintended flexing in rear wings. One of the key changes is articulated in Article 310.1.c of the updated technical regulations, which states that at all points along the wingspan, the rear wing profiles must maintain a minimum gap of between 9.4 mm and 13 mm. This stipulation is in force even when the drag reduction system, or DRS, is not actively deployed measured with a specific spherical gauge. Moreover, the FIA has clarified the rules regarding DRS operation under Article 310.10. The updated definition specifies that DRS usage begins when the driver actively adjusts the DRS bodywork away from its original configuration, controlled via electronics, and concludes when it returns to that configuration, again due to electronic control. These regulatory updates signify the FIA's commitment to ensuring fair competition and safety in Formula One, as they seek to address any loopholes that teams could exploit. As fans and teams await the impact of these changes in upcoming races, the focus remains on the thrilling battles that lie ahead on the track, where innovation and regulation continue to dance in a delicate balance. As we delve deeper into the intricate world of Formula One regulations, one crucial aspect is the management of aerodynamic features, especially in the upcoming 2026 season. The World Motorsport Council recently approved revisions to the aerodynamic regulations, which aim to introduce active aerodynamics on the new chassis. But what does this mean for the teams and the overall performance of the vehicles? Well, there are rising concerns that the new regulations could lead to a significant performance drop. To counterbalance this, the FIA is implementing specific changes designed to keep the excitement alive on the track. A key development will be the introduction of movable aerodynamic elements on the front wings. With this innovative twist, teams will use two rotating flaps that switch between low and high drag modes. This means that drivers can optimize their vehicles for different types of tracks, significantly impacting race strategies and outcomes. However, to ensure safety and compliance, there will be stops in place to prevent over-rotation of the flaps. In addition to these adjustments, the FIA has released concept designs showcasing winglets on the front wing end plates. This conceptual design allows for the rear wings to have permissible elements as well, with the stipulation that the bottom main plane remains fixed, while other elements can rotate based on the drag mode. As these developments unfold, the anticipation for the 2026 season grows. Teams like Cadillac are already working diligently, as confirmed documents reveal further steps being taken to join the F1 grid, a move that promises to shake things up in more ways than one. With these sweeping changes and the electrifying pace of the sport, it's clear that the landscape of Formula One is shifting. Many fans are eager to see how these revisions to the regulations will enhance or challenge the skills of drivers and the strategies of teams. Stay tuned as we bring you more updates about the fascinating evolution of Formula One in 2026 and beyond. Max Verstappen, the star driver for Red Bull Racing, recently found himself at the center of a conversation regarding FIA's disciplinary measures, and he's anything but upset about it. In fact, he was reportedly so happy with the outcome of his community service assignment after using some colorful language during a press conference. This all started when Verstappen expressed his frustrations about his Red Bull RB20 in an FIA press conference ahead of the Singapore Grand Prix, referring to it with an expletive. As a result, stewards stepped in and assigned what they termed as work of public interest. Initially, this led Verstappen to boycott the following press conferences over the race weekend, but his perspective seems to have shifted dramatically since then. According to FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem, after their conversation at the Qatar Grand Prix, Verstappen felt much better about his situation. "Max, don't worry," Ben Sulayem reassured him. "What you are going to do is encourage and inspire young girls and boys who want to pursue motorsport." This community service will coincide with the FIA prize-giving gala held in Rwanda on December 13th, creating an opportunity for Verstappen to interact directly with aspiring drivers. Ben Sulayem humorously recounted their discussion, highlighting that while Verstappen's slip of the tongue led to the punishment, it also opened a door for a positive impact. "We said we need clean verbal language all the time," he noted, yet acknowledged that Verstappen is still very much a young and passionate driver prone to expressing himself. What was particularly striking about Ben Sulayem's comments was his emphasis on the concept of giving back. He remarked on the importance of champions connecting with their fans, emphasizing that true fandom comes from shared experiences rather than just online interactions. "It is a big part of the duty that a champion and ambassador has to give back to society," he said, clearly referring to Verstappen's upcoming role in Rwanda. The prospect of sitting down with young, aspiring racers clearly resonated with Verstappen. Ben Sulayem revealed that the Red Bull star was so happy about the chance to engage with kids, aiming to inspire the next generation in motorsport. Thus, what initially seemed like a daunting punishment transformed into a meaningful opportunity for Verstappen, showing that even the toughest moments can lead to positive outcomes. As he prepares for the event in Rwanda, expect to see a very motivated Verstappen, ready to inspire and connect with future racing stars. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Verstappen's journey both on and off the track, and keep an eye out for more updates from the world of Formula One. As we look toward the future of Formula One, the spotlight remains firmly on Max Verstappen. Following his extraordinary performance in securing a fourth consecutive championship, there are growing concerns among his rivals. Gianpiero Lambiase delivered a bold statement, warning competitors of the frightening potential Verstappen holds if he continues on his winning trajectory. Shifting gears, let's talk about another exciting prospect within Red Bull Racing. Liam Lawson has shared insights into what it's like to potentially be Max Verstappen's teammate. Lawson sees this as a significant opportunity to learn from one of the best in the sport and to push his own boundaries. The collaboration could create an electrifying dynamic within the team, elevating both drivers' performances and stirring excitement among fans. In addition, a recent report from the FIA indicates a significant turnaround for the sport, forecasting its first profitable year since 2018. This positive development reflects a broader trend toward financial stability, nurturing optimism about the future of Formula One and its ability to attract new fans and sponsors. Now, in the midst of these thrilling updates, there's another story brewing. Who will be Red Bull's next driver alongside Verstappen? Rumors suggest that certain options are off the table. Some potential candidates are reportedly intimidated by the prospect of competing against Verstappen, fearing they might be destroyed in the process. It's a testament to Verstappen's dominance and the pressure his stature puts on aspiring drivers within the team. Wrapping up today's discussion, it's evident that Formula One continues to evolve, with exciting new talents and significant shifts happening. From team dynamics to financial forecasts, we'll be here to keep you updated on all the action. Be sure to follow our channels for breaking news and deeper insights into the world of F1. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to tune in for our next video where we dive even deeper into the thrilling world of Formula One.